The Romans considered owls an evil omen. They believed owls flew with witches and sometimes served as ingredients in their magical brews. An owl lying on a housetop was thought to forewarn death, and its call in the night aroused fear. As an embodiment of Athena, the virgin goddess of wisdom, or Manvera, has sonatic incarnations in Roman mythology. A little owl represents Athena and accompanies her in addition to granting knowledge and judgment. Athena's owl represents her ability to see when others can't. In a saying, the capability to see when others are blind. In this saying, we should open our eyes to reality that fulfills us instead of being deceived in what we are told and let our experience sway us instead. We primarily base our lives off of technology and the opinion of others, being led by their own thoughts and biases. From the day we are born, we are fed and led by other people, believing in them and whatever they say, of how we should dress and how we should act, and how we should even think. This then led us to growing up with their delusional state and their own thoughts, which will then transform our lives, continuing lies from our childhood into further generations. Jean Piaget, a Swiss psychologist, conducted innovative and easy experiments using his own children as subjects to demonstrate how cognitive thought growth occurs. He defined behaviors such as an individual's behavior and reactions as he adapted to his environment. Humans, unlike animals and birds, have limited innate responses to the environment and must continuously discover new ways to deal with it. A lamb or chick understands how to flee away from danger or distinguish between edible and non-edible objects within hours after birth. In contrast, a newborn human infant frequently has no idea what to eat or avoid, let alone recognize danger, and is incapable of even identifying the mother. However, the lamb or chick matures into a goat or hen after 3 or 4 years and reaches the point when it may give milk or eggs. Despite not being entirely capable of self-care, the child develops to the point where he can talk, run, read, and perform other tasks. When confronted with a threat such as a bully in the playground or a stray dog barking and approaching it, the child can choose to flee like a lamb, hide behind another human being, scream and weep in unison, or attack with mud or stones. Progressively, he realizes that certain items release a sound while others don't. As a result, the child learns to organize his experiences by categorizing them. These categories are then referred to as schemata by Jean. They may be thought of a basic framework that serves as a foundation for future consciousness and adaptive problem-solving behavior. However, what if the process of our framework would be disrupted or influenced? The uprising of technology is a significant concern, meaning that we are living through a foundational transition of human cognition. If our cognitive capabilities are changing for the worse, making more of us more scattered, more prone to memory lapses, and more nervous. There's a process called pruning. Nutting is the process of removing damaged or impaired neurons to increase the brain's networking capability, as it could be influenced by the constant use of technology from a young age, being for the worse. So instead of the child developing its basic framework, it instead chooses to be molded by the danger it faces, rather than the alternative option of deflecting away from the danger. Even so, this is now even more prevalent with technology that guides our lives. So instead of creating our own informative beliefs, we now adapt the line of thinking by other people instead of our own experiences and what we believe in, as it also slows down our mental capacity to think and decide when faced with a fatal situation. So how should we define reality and the destruction of technology? Should we shut ourselves from the outside influences, or fall deep in our pitiful selves, unable to withstand the universe, or shut down the primary influence itself from the core root, or simply just cease to exist with it? Do we become ignorant to the cause, even though we blind ourselves to whatever stands before us, or shall we wither at our own demise, undertaking the truth and burying it deep within us? One could theorize that we shouldn't do anything, that we shouldn't have the ability to do anything, as it processes a new way of thinking about the world by bringing together individuals to better comprehend our society's philosophical, political, and economic stakes manifesting themselves in their complexities. This also provides a gateway to critical thinking about the fabrication of technology and our belief systems, as a belief is what you know to be true because experiences have made it evident to you. The key to thinking for yourself is to change your beliefs. If you want to change your beliefs, then go outside and make experiences that make it real to you. not the opposite way around. The transmission of false information via social media or fake news take use of our own inherent disposition to believe what suits us most. Just as a digital gadget amplifies our tendency to become sidetracked, education is the answer to both problems, now more than ever. Children must be taught how to improve their focus, self-control, and critical thinking abilities. Technology will not be phased out in the near future. Contrary to popular belief, the complete opposite is true. However, as technology becomes more integrated into our daily lives, we will get a better awareness of its impact on our brains, as well as a greater capacity to integrate and use technology in constructive and meaningful ways. So, let's see what the future holds for us.